Alvan and the Chipmunks 3. The second squekual. Chapter 1. Swooping in like a hawk. Ian Hawke was pissed, all caps, as he walked through the trailer home he was living in 'cause he lost all his money betting onto horses. He lost not only his first group of chipmunks, but also the chipettes he got. Thought Ian. I heard the chipmunks and chipettes are homies now, and they're living in the same place. Then he got a tequila and turned on the TV where Dr. Snizzle, Sznell, Snizzle, was advertising his new invention. Hey everybody, he yelled. Do you want to turn into a chipmunk and be successful like the chipmunk / chipettes? Then use my machine for a small fee of $19.99.
That's actually a good price for being turned into a chipmunk.
Oh yeah, if you go on the market and you look up a chipmunk transmogrifier, as they call it, that's a good price. By the way, that was a little homage to the great Billy Mays. Rest in peace. Ian got a plan. He was going to turn himself into a chipmunkum. Chipmukn. Can't make this up. And join the group and maybe fuck some chipettes. And then kill them. Ian was very pleased with his plan. And I'd like to get this out of the way right away. Every single instance where the word and, A-N-D, is in this story is A-N.
Get used to it.
And. So, yeah, get used to it. Don't look at those.
No, I'm getting you a picture of David Cross so you know.
Okay. He went over to Dr. Snizzle's lab and said, Hey Doc, I saw your ad on the TV turned me into a chipmunk. The doctor said, No, you don't have any money. Because he automatically knew before he got there that the person who was going to come and purchase the chipmunk transmogrifier had no money. So Ian got pissed. He looked around and noticed Dr. Snizzle's son was standing with him. A perfect negotiation object. What does that mean? Said. Who said? No one said, everyone said. You better turn me into a chipmunk, you motherfucker, or I'll effing kill you, son. Oh my god, I know who that is.
This is who Ian is?
David Cross. Most memorable to me is the guy who lives in his parents' basement in Men in Black 2. Hey Ma, could you make us some toaster pizzas? My mom could put some Parmesan cheese on it, only a little bit. But she has palsy, so she winds up shaking a whole lot on it. Okay, Mr. Hawk, said Snizzle. I'll turn you into a chipmunk free of charge. So apparently... Oh, wait, I understand what's going on here. I understand what's going on here. How sad is it that I've been reading so many of these atrocious pieces of garbage that I understand what's going on. And I do it for you. Not for me. I'm slowly dying every day. This is like smoking cigarettes. I'm just dying. Then he patted the kid on the head to warm himself up to the kid. Though he didn't really make up for the fact that Ian threatened to kill him. So Ian walked into the special monkifier room and got naked and stepped in. He'd seen that movie The Fly and was kind of worried that something would go wrong and he'd turn into an abomination. Like comics, Nicks. But the machine hummed to life, and there was a flashing lights in the room, and smoke came out of the monkifier. Ian came out and looked at the mirror, and it worked. He turned into a chipmunk. Ian came out and looked at the mirror, and it worked. He turned into a chipmunk. I read that twice. But there was some strange changes. And isn't that a good song? It's Will! Oh, damn, I am good. But there were some changes. But there were some changes. Isn't that a good song? Going on with Ian. I like the author's commentary right in the middle of this. It's smack dab in a pair of parentheses. Excellent job. For he was shorter. He was naked and covered with hair. Well, even more hair because Ian's one hairy dude. Because apparently a hawk has hair, not feathers.
He's not actually a hawk.
Well, he was a hawk.
No, that was his name, Ethan Hawke.
What are you talking about?
His character's name is Ethan Hawke.
But what is he?
A human.
He's a human being?
Yeah.
But before it said he was a hawk.
That's his last name.
Oh.
Ethan Hawke.
I don't care. He squeaked when he talked, and his penis was a lot smaller. Less than an inch long, in fact. He was sad at first at this revelation because he lost his title of quote-unquote Big Papa, which he had around the red light district. He was sad at first at this revelation because he lost his title of quote-unquote Big Papa he had around the red light district. Remember how many hoes Colonel Quartwich found? Well, Ian found a lot more. Trust me, homies, David Cross drives the lady crazy. Just ask my sister and mama. We saw the Chipmunks movies, and my daddy and brother were begging to be allowed to leave, but mama and my sister stayed to watch David. And I was bad to come up with stories. But then Ian remembered that he was gonna get bad revenge on those nasty chipmunks. Naasty. And this made him feel better. Such a conflicting character. Chipmunk Ian hitched a ride to the chipmunk's house. Pause. He was in Compton while the chipmunks were around Mulholland Drive. The best movie ever, BT Dubs. Chipmunk Ian hitched a ride to the chipmunk's house. He was in Compton while the chipmunks were around Mulholland Drive. The best movie ever, BT Dubs. So he had plenty of time to plan his revenge. Chapter 2. It was a bright sunny day and the chipmunks and chipettes were at home above L.A. in Mulholland Drive. David wasn't there. He left for London to see the premiere of the new Harry Potter movie. David Seville fancies himself a Harry Potter fan. But he left on a dirty movie featuring some big muscle men like Arnold or Sylvester doing a chick with big ass tits like Pamela Anderson doggy style. The monks were weirded out.
What are they doing on the TV?
Asked Eleanor. I have to do it.
It's gonna be a while. This is a really long story.
Isn't it obvious?
Said Simon and Jeanette at once. The brainy monks. The brainy monks. The brainy monks. It's the way we became all named the brainy monks. Do-do-do-do-do.
They're wrestling.
Alvan rolled his eyes at their woeful ignorance. Alvan's obviously a player. He knows what's going on.
No, they ain't wrestling, you dumbasses.
Said Alvan the troublemaker.
They're having sex.
He was grinning with his buck teeth.
I don't think they're gonna be able to understand what you're saying. Just do it normally.
I have to continue.
You can't.
What's sex?
Asked Theodore. Alvan scoffed. The fame made him kind of an asshole.
You fat-ass motherfucker. It's what happens when you stick your penis in a vagina and hump and hump and hump and hump, and then white shit comes out and you get her pregnant, and 8 months later, you have a bunch of baby chipmunks.
So either one of two scenarios happened here. Because the line, 8 months later you have a bunch of baby chipmunks concerns me. Either Comics Nix went the route of researching how long...
This isn't Comics Nix.
Either the author went and searched for how long the gestation period of chipmunks was, and it actually is 8 months. I'm not going to spend the time to fact check that. You do that on your own time.